Welcome to the next episode of Voice AI podcast, where we discuss the future of voice AI, and we continue our series from CCW. I'm super excited today to host Bryce, who is the VP of Strategic Solutions at Nutun. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much for having me. It's an absolute pleasure.
Can you describe what Nutun does, and also what's your role?
Nutun, we're a global BPO with headquarters out of South Africa. We offer premium offshored customer service and debt collection outsourced solutions. Within South Africa, we are offering that to clients in the UK, USA, Australia, and obviously South Africa. We started 30 years ago in the debt collection industry. We're a listed company on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange as well, so we're publicly traded. And we thought that, we started in debt collection. We're actually pretty good at getting people to pay their debts and pay their money when people don't usually want to.
Yeah.
And it comes down to the warmth, the energy of the South African people. About 10 years ago, we ventured into the customer care space as well.
Okay.
Through a couple acquisitions, then started servicing in the international markets. And here we are today, blending technology and people to provide transformative solutions for enterprises across the globe. And my specific role as VP of Strategic Solutions, I am providing an innovation layer of consulting, technology, AI, and process optimization around traditional BPO.
Okay.
So we're at a point where AI is consuming a lot of businesses around the globe. AI is a very popular topic. And in order for a BPO that's just offering people support to be future-proof, sustainable, and actually providing what customers are looking for, we've created a vision to be focused on transforming clients' operating models, their CX programs, as well as offering in-house and partner-driven AI, coupled with people to service customers around the globe.
Okay. Yeah, a couple of questions.
Yeah.
One, it seems like the BPO industry is growing significantly in South Africa. Is that true? Can you talk about some numbers? How big is it there, and what's the growth rate?
So year on year, I don't know the exact figures, but the growth rate is probably between 40 to 50%.
Wow!
With
every year,
year on year.
Wow!
There's a lot of geography wise, why there's a lot of growth is the UK markets has been the most mature of offshoring and outsourcing solutions to South Africa. Probably within the last 8 to 10 years, they've been really focused on that. The American market is now, I think Ryan Advisory's rating was South Africa was number 1 or number 2 this year of offshoring destination for American businesses.
Okay. Is it because of the language?
It's because of great English in South Africa. We're an English-speaking nation. We've got an extremely high unemployment rate of 33%, I think is one of the highest in the world. And of that 33%, 70% are youth. So we've got a massive supply of labor, and it's skilled labor. It's guys with university degrees, honors degrees. And there's just not enough job creation happening in South Africa at the moment to facilitate everyone. I should say job demand to facilitate everyone, which means there's a big labor supply.
Okay.
And contact center is seen as a big career in South Africa at the moment, because you're taking guys from universities, and putting them into a call center. And there's actually such a good career trajectory going all the way from call center agents up to operational executive, good remuneration and good culture as well. So that's been picking up quite nicely, but it's mainly down to South African accent, the friendliness of our people. We're a great time zone because we can do Australia, we can do the USA, we can do the UK, and I'd also say it's the infrastructure in South Africa is really good. From a technology perspective, we're well placed with a lot of fiber entries, a lot of connectivity.
Okay. I'm planning to visit you guys.
Yes, very excited.
August. I'm way more excited actually.
Yeah,
that's great. Cool. Bryce, let's talk about technology, right? So it seems like you're in the center of you're looking at everything here in the expo hall and trying to understand where you guys are and what's coming, right? So what are your impressions on where the tech is heading? What's working, what's not working for you guys, for your use cases?
I mean, AI is a massive buzzword at the conference. I think it has been even last year. Probably last year it was big. It's more gone towards agentic AI this year.
So like everyone replaced Gen AI with agentic AI.
Yes.
Like,
I think a lot of people still don't know what it actually means. And every technology seems to have a different definition of agentic AI. And from my layman's understanding, there are different versions of agentic AI as well. I think what's working for us at the moment is being very specific about your use cases. So I think with regards to AI, if you're going to use AI's blanket statements and use it to cover as like a cover all technology, you're going to be using it wrong. But if you have specific use cases that you are solving for with AI, so you've identified a very specific area or problem or query within your business that you feel AI could solve, and you implement it for that specific reason, it'll do wonders for your business. If you just want to use AI, then I think you're going to come into issues. And I think that's what's working. I think from there's 1,000,001 vendors out here often doing all the same things. I think what's big for us as well is the analytics side. What AI can do for analytics, conversational intelligence is very interesting.
What's the ratio of like voice and like chat or email in terms of like Nutun's agents?
Right. We're probably predominantly voice at this stage still. I'd say it's 60-70 voice, 60-70% voice. And the rest is chat, digital, email.
Okay.
We are seeing a shift more towards digital. And that's driven by conversational AI chatbots. And I think cost to serve on digital is a lot lower. But voice, we see it as an area that's never going to die. There'll always be an element of voice.
Yeah.
But I think that's also where voice AI comes into it. Because there's going to be an element of, at least I see in the future, voice AI is taking 30 to 40% of the volumes. And it's all the simple queries, the queries that can be handled by AI.
By saying voice AI, you mean like voice agentic AI, right?
Yes.
Like bots.
Yes.
Okay.
So we see they'll be taking some of the simpler queries and all of that. And from a complexity perspective, always still being an agent handoff. But I think that agent handoff in the future is going to become less and less and less. So if you're a BPO that is predominantly voice, like Nutun is at this stage, you got to be working with voice AI and voice agentic AI to future-proof your business. And that's what we've done. And we've built our own in-house tool that does that.
You build your own like agentic or integrated some agentic. I
don't want to say the word agentic because I'm not entirely sure if it has agentic capabilities, but right now it's our hosted LLM that's built and operating a couple different technologies that are showcased around here, and it's busy taking about 10 to 20% of our debt collection volume in South Africa at the moment.
Okay.
First touch point between 0 to 60 days is handled by Zoe, our voice AI.
Okay.
I will plug Crisp as well. Crisp is within the voice AI solution as well, making it a lot clearer and easy to understand.
Okay.
Because an AI can be very sensitive to noise around you.
Yes.
And if you don't have something to cancel that noise around you, it's not going to be a good experience with AI.
Yeah, I would say actually 80% of the market has integrated Crisp for that, and we are already like processing a billion minutes every month of like voice. Yeah, so that's very cool. But look, so I'm very interested in the handoff, right? Like, so there is voice AI, like so bot, right? Voice bot talking, and then there is a human in the loop. Sometimes not, but sometimes for like more like, what's your vision on like how that's gonna work together? Like, how is that sort of escalation handled? Handle, like, is it? Like I saw a solution where like the call is received by the human agent, but then when necessary, the human agent tells the customer, "Hey, I'm going to hand you off to an AI to collect this information, and then you will come back." That was the first time I was hearing that. Okay, so now we can like outsource this to AI, and it can be like a lot of the workloads that you can do that, right? But then the customer feels good about this because they can always come back to the human, right? So like, no, I want to talk to something is not working. That was it. But then like there are solutions that do, no. The voice bot is going to be the first receiver of the call, and then they can escalate. I don't know. I feel like the escalation path is very, very important in the next 5 years for sure. And do you have any ideas, or it's like too early to talk about? Like,
I think we need to be talking about that right now. Right now, how we have it is it's a lot of outbound voice AI. And then whenever a customer says something that the AI can't necessarily field the question due to complexity or negotiation, or it's a trigger that we've put in to hand over to an agent, it'll connect them directly with an agent with full context of the conversations that happen. So the agent doesn't have to ask, what's the problem? It already knows what the problem is. But what you said now, I absolutely love in terms of an agent fielding the call first and then handing over to the AI.
Just from experience perspective, from customer perspective, that makes a lot of sense, right? It adds up on the trust. I was very surprised to see that as an alternative, sort of.
But there needs to be that escalation, right? There has to be that checkpoint for cool. An AI can take the volumes, but a customer needs to know that
at any point
they can go to a human, and that there will be a human available. Because there might be that fear of, okay, there's no human available. They're just going to end the call now. Like, what's the point of speaking?
Yeah, I keep bringing this up. Like, I just love that movie. It's like a movie about Mars or something. But then in the movie, and it's like futuristic, but in the movie, like this guy calls the customer, like the service, and like it talks to an AI, and like, no, I'm very frustrated. I want to talk to the supervisor. And then I like finally is like, okay, I'll hand off to the supervisor, and I like starts talking to super, and it's also AI. And it's like, okay, actually I can see that. That's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But it must be so frustrating, right?
Yeah.
So I think like the next 5 years, the handoff or the escalation is gonna be like super, super, super important.
Yeah.
And there's going to be many of these, right? But clearly, I mean, the voice AI brings so much benefit into like economic and just convenience and other things that it's just inevitable. And
I love voice AI for conversational IVR in a way that I think it's so antiquated that we still have the ability. There's still out there that press 1 for this, press 2 for this, press 3 for this. It serves a purpose in routing, but it'll just shorten the time in one, and just reduce customer frustration if they can just speak their query and they get routed efficiently and effectively to the right team, instead of having to sit through 10 options and then forget which number they have to, and then they have to go again and like, okay, it was actually number 3, and then type in number 3.
It seems like exciting times ahead of us. So we are, I mean, there is this concept of voice AI, like voice box AI, and then human sort of like AI that powers humans, right? Like this, there are two things. And I know like we also power your agents, call center agents with like noise cancellation and hopefully other things in the future. Like, do you have any opinion about like these two different approaches, like the bot? I think you're focused more on the voice bots. Is that true?
Yes. My role specifically, but I'm also focused on all areas of AI and technology within our company. So if a customer, like our process would be to understand a customer's frustration, go into the operation, listen to agents' calls, speak with our operational leadership, speak to the clients and understand their current landscape, and then suggest ways of improvement and doing things better. Either it's through process optimization or it's through implementation of technology. And we do see a lot of AI that's empowering agents to be more productive, is being almost the first parts of the first step that AI will actually include themselves in a contact center. So auto call summaries, agent assist, those two areas are probably the easiest and the easiest non-intrusive ways of including AI.
Less risky.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And because I mean, there's a bit of risk if you've never dealt with AI and the first thing you do is go voice AI, and like they're scared of hallucinations and what are the guardrails and all of that. So we do a bit of that as well. But I think for me, it's my favorite part because, I mean, we are at our core a human business.
Yeah.
And if we can reduce as much friction for our humans as possible, make their lives easier, reduce admin because no one likes admin, then they will be happier. They will stay with us longer and they'll be more likely to give a really, really good customer service.
Sounds great. I think it's a great place to end the conversation. So thanks so much for your insights, Bryce. Thanks for joining, and good luck with playing with all this amazing technology.
Thank you, David. Really appreciate it.